Hello. So, I'm driving, and this is like, I don't know, I'm not gonna do it if I don't do it right now, I feel like, so I'm just filming right now. So this might become a thing, but I don't have a car at school, so typically, people are so dumb. Typically I won't be driving. Today I want to talk about college. And this is for people deciding what college they want to go to right now. So, you're probably like a senior in high school. I am a college freshman. So, this is like a letter to me last year kind of type of thing. So, when you decide what college you want to go to, you really need to think about it, because you don't want to end up like me and like not being happy at all where you are and then wanting to transfer because you're too close-minded to even like think about going other places. So the first thing that I have to say is don't get hung up on like going to some like really good school. I mean, if you can get into like an Ivy League or like, you know, a really top rated school, go for it, you know? But don't like, I personally didn't want to go to the schools near me because I felt like I was, you know, like too smart for them. And then I ended up at a school that really isn't any better than those schools. But it's 2 hours away and it's more expensive. And I'm probably going to end up transferring back to a school near me. It's less expensive that I thought I was too good for. So, you know, you gotta really think about it. Alright, where the hell am I going? I think I went the wrong way. Oh no, it just looks really different because I can see. I usually drive at night. Anyways, I'm home this weekend, so that's why I'm driving. So I'm going to talk about like small and large schools basically, and like how to know which one's for you kind of thing. Like obviously it's not going to go for everybody because everybody's different, and somebody that I might describe that would be good at a small school would hate it. Like you know, if you don't really like, from the outside it kind of looks like I would be good at a small school, but I'm not. So going back to what I was saying, about like the universities, you can go to a university, no matter where you go, you can get into med school, vet school, you know, wherever you go, you know, you just have to apply yourself, you know. So be open-minded, and if you have to pay for your school, and especially if you want to go to say like vet school, and you go and you can go to a school closer to you that you don't think is quite as good, or it's not far away and you want to move away, and you can get like almost full tuition there, you need to go there, because if you're paying, you need to save up your money for grad school. So unless you're like comfortable having like a ton of debt. But I mean, med school is kind of different because it's a lot easier to pay off your debt. Vet school is not. So if you can save any money trying to go to vet school, you might want to. And it's a lot easier being at home, even if you're living in a dorm, just to have that support system. If you're not, like for me, I have like a lot of mental health issues, so like a lot of things I didn't take into consideration. So I'll tell you a little about where I go. I go to school, like I said, it's 2 hours away. The undergrad enrollment is about 3,500. Only 40% of those undergrads live on campus. So that means that there's only 1,500 students living on campus. I'm one of those students. And if you think about that, like a lot of you guys, your high schools were probably bigger than 1,500. Mine personally wasn't. I went to like an 800 person school, high school. So and if you're everyone in your program, I already know. I have done one semester, and I know almost everybody, and I'm in the same classes with all these people. And you might like that, But I'm the type of person that gets bored pretty easy. So I kind of want to, be able to meet new people. And, being unstable mentally, it's, hard because some days you just can't socialize and you end up pushing people away. And when you see the same people over and over again, you have no new chance to kind of show your good side to people because they think that you're just kind of unfriendly. So if you want to see the same people over and over again and you like that, you want to be with the same people for years, then a small school is probably for you. And the student to faculty ratio, it's not as small as you would think. There's some classes we have animal handling classes, which obviously the professor, the veterinarian, has to pay closer attention to you. So there's only 10 to 15 people in that class. But I have classes where there's 40, 50 people, and it's 3,500 undergrad enrollment. So it's kind of it's kind of like high school classes, and a lot of the teachers at the school were high school teachers, and that kind of rubs me the wrong way. I want to go to a university where they're professors, most of them didn't want to teach at high school, or they're a little bit above that level. And there really is nothing wrong with that, but it's just a lot of professors like that, so it's kind of strange to me. So I'm home now, but I'll keep talking. You're gonna get a lot more I haven't been to a big school, so I don't know how bad it is to talk to your advisor or get your major changed, for example, but my advisor, he emails me back really fast. His office is right across from my dormitory, so if I needed to get to him, I just walk across. He even teaches one of my classes right now. They teach classes, so your advisors are really in reach, and everybody's kind of watching you, so you're gonna get a reputation pretty quickly. At a small school, generally the clubs are probably easier to become a advisor, but not necessarily, because at a big school your major might not be as popular. At a small school where I go, there's a few majors and they're really popular, and that's what they specialize in, so everybody's in this one club, the pre-vet club. It's gonna be hard to get an officer position. But where I want to go, I don't know how big the pre-vet club is. I just found out there was one, but I'm guessing that it's probably smaller than mine. And where I am planning on going to transfer to is undergrad enrollment of 23,000, and most people go there for nursing and education. So I don't know. So I'm just telling you what it's like at a small school. It's kind of eerie where I am, very isolated. It's in a very small city, but outside of the city, it's just cornfields. It's like a farming school. So, and I like that. I'm trying to go into an agricultural type field. I do 4-H. I want to be a vet. Okay, so I really do enjoy the animal classes and working with animals, and we've done castrations and dehornings and stuff like that a little bit, but that does not outweigh your living conditions. So when you go to a school, you need to make sure that you could live here and be happy and be okay living at this school, because most of the time you're not in class. So sure, the education is very important, but if you are so unhappy there that you can't function very well mentally, then you're gonna have a hard time. Sometimes I go to the dining hall on the weekend and I'm the only person in the dining hall, and I don't like that. I like things going on, and I don't like all that. It's too eerie for me, and I'm not happy. It's just I don't have access to much. Even though I have a car, there's not much around. You know, it just doesn't feel right. And I went there and it didn't really feel, it kind of felt weird. But I was like, oh, I'll just get used to it, you know. But I didn't. That weird feeling kind of rubbed me the wrong way, never really went away. So I suggest wherever you're gonna go, apply to a lot of places. Okay, I know that you don't want to, and it's easy to just go. I applied at the end of my junior year of high school, got in, and I was like, okay, I'm done. All these people have to apply this semester and worry about all these applications, and I'm good to go. And see, now I'm having a hard time. So you really, really need to think about all the aspects of your life. You're living there. You know, it's your new home. It's not just, you know, you go to class and can go home like high school. So you really, really need to think about that. And I suggest when you narrow it down to where you want to go, you visit a lot. And you go during class to see what it's like during a normal school day. You go on the weekend and you go in the dining hall and you watch the people. And if you can even sit in with someone and shadow in a class or two, that's a good idea. And, you know, go through the dorms and really think about how it feels to you. I'm a very intuitive person, and environment is really important to me, and I didn't even realize that until I went here. So really, really, really think about where you're gonna go. And also remember that the retention rates at colleges are not, you know, a lot of times they're 80%. So that means every 5 people you see, one of them's not going to be there next year, like as a freshman. So maybe look online and look at the retention rates and talk to people that go to the school and talk to people that have gotten into some sort of professional program that you want to go in that went to the school or went to a different school. And ask everybody their opinion and really think about it. You know, you have till the spring to confirm. So say go visit as much as you can and don't be closed-minded about where you're going to go. You need to weigh everything out. Don't just be like, oh, I know it's too close, not going. Because I made that mistake. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, because, you know, nobody's watching this video, but if you have any questions, just comment or message me or whatever, because I want to help y'all out. It was really tough thing for me that I'm going through. So hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching.